A big breaking news coming in this morning. A significant development has come in the Saif Ali Khan knife attack case. The investigating officer, PI Sudershan Gaikwad, has been replaced by Ajay Lingdurkar. The reasons for this sudden change remain unclear, though the investigation continues. A big update coming in on the actor Saif Ali Khan's knife attack case, where the investigating officer of the Mumbai police has now been replaced. Instead of Sudershan Gaikwad, Ajay Lingdurkar will be taking over the case. Though the reasons for the sudden change remain unclear at this point, the investigation continues after Saif Ali Khan was discharged from the hospital yesterday. A big development coming in on the Saif Ali Khan investigating case, on the stabbing case which had garnered a lot of attention. Now we learn that investigating officer has been replaced. Viewers, I'd like to bring in my colleague Akhil, who's joining us live from Mumbai. Akhil, help us understand why the sudden change in the investigating officer. Any reasons that you're learning from your sources from the ground as the point?
Well, if you see at this point in time what has happened, that the case was basically handled by Mr. Gaikwad, and at this point in time the IO in this case has been changed and new IO has been deputed in this case, who has been identified as Ajay Lingdurkar. So we'll have to wait and watch that. Is there any official confirmation from the side of Mumbai police that why the IO in this case has been changed? But if you see, the investigation is going on parallelly by the Bandra police team and the specialized unit of the Mumbai police, which is the crime branch team as well. And we have been constantly looking at it from the different angles. And if you see, there have been multiple loopholes which was found. There were inconsistencies which was not being clarified by the Mumbai police at that point in time. That why there was some approach in which were basically questioned by many in that regard. If you see what has happened earlier, that the accused was arrested 72 hours after the incident, and prior to arresting the main accused, what we have seen that there were two other people who were basically detained and they were questioned and then they were relieved later on. So why this happened? So on these parts, the Mumbai police needs to answer this question. But there's one more important point, that if you talk about the accused, the main accused in this case, Shariful Islam Shahzad, has been basically not ready to divulge many information with the police. So it was enough tough for the Mumbai police also to get to the details, because he kept on changing his names. The main accused kept on changing his locations as well. So it was not an easy job for the Mumbai police as well, because in such kind of investigation, what happens that to deflect the source, to deflect the main accused, you just change your position and start an operation in a different direction. So it could be a strategy also from the part of the Mumbai police. For that, we'll have to wait and watch.
That's right, Akhil. Stay with us. We're getting in another development on the case where Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Nirupam has now raised concerns about the Bollywood actor Saif Ali Khan's swift recovery after he was discharged from Mumbai's Lilavati hospital. Just 5 days following a brutal knife attack, the actor was seen walking out of the hospital. Now, the Shiv Sena leader has expressed surprise over Saif's swift recovery. Do note that it's been 5 days and he is now in a position to walk. This is what the Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Nirupam is questioning on the actor's swift recovery from the Mumbai's Lilavati hospital. Akhil, help us understand now that the Shiv Sena is coming up with, a fairly bold claim, really questioning the recovery of the actor itself. Why it's such a political charged comment, really?
Well, if you see at this point in time, there are many questions in this case which are unanswered. Several people have been constantly questioning that why, when the incident took place, why Kareena Kapoor Khan did not take Saif Ali Khan to the hospital. Why an 8-year-old boy has to take his injured father to the very hospital. So apart from that, what we have seen that the Sena leader, Mr. Sanjay Nirupam, has posted on social media platforms saying it's just 5 days, because if you see, the incident took place on the night of 16th of January, and on 21st, what we have seen that the Saif Ali Khan was discharged around 4:15 p.m. from Lilavati hospital, and the doctors have said that he's recovering fine, and the dressing of his wounds will be done at his residence itself. So at this point in time, many have been constantly questioning that how can someone who had a very deep injury of approximately 2.5 inch inside his body, and that surgery went for almost 6 hours. So how can one person can be that fit? Because if you see, when Saif Ali Khan walked out of the hospital, from Lilavati hospital, he looks fit at that point in time. He had a strong walk, very confident body language. So on that regard, if you see, many have been constantly questioning, and in that major development, what we have seen, that Sanjay Nirupam has also questioned that move.
Akhil, just stay with us. We're getting another development, this time with the Mumbai police, which is investigating the agency's network, which facilitated the Saif Ali Khan case accused Shariful Islam's entry in India. Bangladeshi accused entered India illegally through the Doki River along the Meghalaya-Bangladesh border. Shariful apparently paid rupees 4,000 to the agent for providing safe route in crossing the border 7 months back. This is what we're learning on the entry of the prime accused in the Saif Ali Khan attack case, that he illegally entered into Indian territory via the Doki River in the Meghalaya border, which has a border with the Bangladesh region. Akhil, help us understand, now that we've been able to sort of establish that yes, indeed, the prime accused did make his entry into India via illegal means. Could you help us and our viewers understand how did he, make the entry, and how was he able to kind of make a living in Mumbai and Thane, where he was arrested from?
Well, if you see, there are certain points where it's easy for someone to enter from Bangladesh to India, because India and Bangladesh has a very long border of which crosses approximately several thousand kilometers. So at this point in time, what has happened, that if you see, what the accused has taken a path which is from Meghalaya state, which touches the boundary of Bangladesh. So at that point in time, the accused basically took a help from an agent, and he paid him approximately 4,000 rupees for his safe entry. Because if you see, there have been certain reports earlier in the past which has reflected that there are certain agents who basically facilitate such kind of movements after getting some money, ranges between 4,000 to 20,000 rupees. It depends on the customer they get. So in this case also, what happened, that the accused paid 4,000 rupees to that agent, and he safely crossed that Doki River and then came to India. And after crossing that river, he went to West Bengal as well, and he was living over there with one of his close aides. So Mumbai police is also investigating that Jahangir Sheikh, who has been that person has been identified as Jahangir Sheikh. So Mumbai police is likely to go to West Bengal as well to connect the dots in this case, that who is Jahangir Sheikh and how he was connected, because the SIM card which the main accused Mr. Mohammed Shahzad was using was registered on the name of Jahangir Sheikh. So Mumbai police is going to investigate on that direction itself, that how he was connected with Jahangir Sheikh. Is he also a Bangladeshi person, or is he from West Bengal? So on that front also, what we are learning from our sources, that Mumbai police will investigate and question Mr. Jahangir Sheikh, who basically provided SIM card and bank Aadhaar card details as well to get a SIM card. And after that, what we are learning, that if you see, after getting that SIM card, the main accused Shahidul Islam Shahzad was in constantly touch with his relatives, his family members back in Bangladesh. So at that point in time, when he was basically saying this to police, that he identified himself, when the Mumbai police arrested him, he identified himself as Vishal Das. But Mumbai police saw in his call list that there were several calls made to Bangladesh. So at this point in time, the questioning of accused is going on the 4th day, and we will have to wait and watch for the further investigation to continue. Back to you in the studio.